The Great Wall of China. One of the greatest engineering marvels in the world is the Great Wall of China. It is a piece of military art that has played an active role in hundreds of wars and still covers a significant number of secrets. People frequently have inquiries. How long actually is the Great Wall? What was the construction period? Why was it constructed so tall? As defense against numerous nomadic groups from the Eurasian Steppe, the Great Wall of China is a network of fortifications that was erected along the historical northern frontiers of ancient Chinese states and Imperial China. As early as the 7th century BC, numerous walls were constructed. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, 220–206 BC, later joined certain portions. The Qin Wall is largely gone. Later, other succeeding dynasties constructed and kept up numerous sections of border walls. The Ming dynasty constructed the wall's most well-known parts, 1368–1644. In addition to providing protection, the Great Wall served other objectives such as enforcing border laws, allowing taxes to be levied on goods traveling along the Silk Road, regulating or promoting trade, and managing immigration and emigration. The addition of watchtowers, troop barracks, garrison stations, the ability to signal with smoke or fire, and the fact that the Great Wall's route functioned as a transportation corridor all contributed to the Great Wall's increased defensive capabilities. Various dynasties built different courses of border walls. They cover a total distance of 21,196.18 kilometers and run along an arc that essentially defines the boundary of the Mongolian steppe from Liaodong in the east to Lop Lake in the west, from the current Sino-Russian border in the north to Tao River, To, in the south. The Great Wall's defense system is now regarded as one of history's most spectacular architectural achievements. By the spring and autumn period between the 8th and 5th centuries BC, the Chinese were already familiar with the methods of wall construction. The states of Qin, Wei, Zhao, Qi, Han, Yan, and Zhongshan all built vast fortifications to protect their own boundaries throughout this period and the Warring States period that followed. These walls were usually composed of stone or were created by pressing soil and gravel between wooden frames. They were designed to withstand attacks from small armaments like swords and spears. As the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, Qin Shi Huang, King Zheng of Qin subjugated the last of his foes and united China in 221 BC. He had the portions of the walls separating his empire's predecessor states demolished in order to establish centralized government and stop the rise of feudal lords. Following the Ming army's loss at the hands of the Oirids at the Battle of Tumu in the 14th century, the idea of the Great Wall was once more revived. The Great Wall was not mentioned by any of the European travelers to China or Mongolia in the 13th and 14th centuries, including Giovanni de Piandel-Carpine, William of Rubruck, Marco Polo, Odoric of Pordenone, and Giovanni de Marignali. The Great Wall of China was known to the North African adventurer Ibn Battuta, who also, in his travel book Gift to Those Who Contemplate the Wonders of Cities and the Marvels of Travel, he stated that the wall is 60 days' travel from Zayatun, modern Quanzhou. Even though no European would witness the Great Wall for another century, legends of it began to spread in Europe as soon as Europeans arrived in Ming China through ship in the early 16th century. The account of the wall and its importance for the nation's defense against the Tartars found in Yoda Barros's 1563 book Asia may be one of the oldest descriptions of the wall in Europe. Bento de Goiás, a Portuguese Jesuit brother who traveled from India to the northwest Jiu Pass in 1605, may have been the first European to truly enter China through the Great Wall. The Great Wall rose to prominence as a major tourist destination after China opened its borders to international traders and travelers following its defeat in the First and Second Opium Wars. The later 19th century travelogues contributed to the legend and prestige of the Great Wall. It is challenging to define the complete path of the Great Wall because there is no clear description of what a Great Wall is. Along with individual fortifications, the defensive lines feature numerous miles of walls, trenches, and ditches. The National Cultural Heritage Administration of China came to the conclusion that the remaining Great Wall-associated sites include 10,051 wall sections, 1,764 ramparts or trenches, 29,510 individual buildings, and 2,211 fortifications or passes, with the walls and trenches spanning a total length of 21,196.18 kilometers, in 2012. This conclusion was based on existing research and the findings of a thorough mapping survey. Han fortifications begin at Yimeng Pass and Yang Pass in the Gansu province, southwest of Dunhuang. The most distant Han border post ruins may be found at Mamitu, close to Yimeng Pass. The westernmost point of the Ming Great Wall is the Jiayu Pass, which is situated in the province of Gansu. The wall leaves Jiayu Pass and makes sporadic progress across the Hexi Corridor and the Ningxia deserts until entering the western portion of the Yellow River Loop at Yanchuan. The Great Wall parts around Beijing are particularly well known because they have undergone numerous renovations and are routinely visited by tourists today. The section of the Great Wall known as the Battling Great Wall, which is close to Zhangjiakou, is the most well known because it was the first part of the wall to be made publicly accessible in the People's Republic of China and served as the highlight for visiting dignitaries. Nearly 10 million people visited the Battling Great Wall in 2018, and a daily limit of 65,000 people was implemented in 2019. The Jiang Pass is located south of Battling. When the Chinese utilized it to defend their territory, this part of the wall had several guards to protect Beijing. This section of the Great Wall is 7.8 meters high and 5 meters wide and is constructed of stone and brick from the hills. Where the Ming Great Wall ascends incredibly steep hills near Jinshanling, it is one of the most impressive parts of the structure. It measures 6 meters at the bottom, narrows to 5 meters across the top, and is 11 kilometers long. Its height ranges from 5 to 8 meters. One of the 67 watchtowers in Jinshanling, Wangjinglu, is 980 meters above sea level. The Old Dragon Head refers to the section of the wall inside Shanhai Pass that meets the water. Using infrared rangefinders and GPS systems, 180 kilometers of the Ming Wall that had been hidden by hills, trenches, and rivers were found in 2009. Along the boundary of the Ningxia Autonomous Region in Gansu Province, 9 pieces with a combined length of more than 10 kilometers, thought to be a portion of the Great Wall, were found in March and April 2015. Before bricks were used, rammed earth, stones, and wood were mostly used to construct the Great Wall. However, during the Ming, bricks and other materials like tiles, lime, and stone were extensively used in many places of the wall. While parts of the wall north of Beijing and close to tourist attractions have been conserved and even considerably renovated, the wall is in poor condition in many other areas. It is believed that the Great Wall of China can be seen from the Moon,